guys, this is June because I was born in June. Welcome to my amazing life today. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a very summarized version of what I learned in 2 Combat Cloud Life Day 1, and it's a session number 1. I did not have time to actually finish all of them, but then what I really want to do is that I'm going to digest them all as fast as I can so that I can give you guys a summarized version. So the thing that I learned yesterday and the day before is like really awesome. What I learned is that I learned about framework, creating a framework. Actually, in all our daily lives, right, everything is about framework. Okay, in other words of what does framework means? To me, it means like a standard operating procedure. It's an SOP. It's a manual for people to actually become successful, right? So it's a framework. So in everything we do, there is a framework. Like let's say how we actually produce this Facebook Live. There is a framework that I follow, which I know which is the quickest way that I can produce a live, and what is the software that I should use, and how can I can actually optimize my video views, and how I can actually bring people to where I want them to be. So there is a certain framework also whichever that we are doing. That's why. But then why are we talking about this framework thing, right? Okay, if let's say you are the upcoming coaches or you want to be like consultant, right? This is very important for you because this is the thing that you should actually follow, because the easier that you make for someone else to achieve the results. Let's say they are from point A and then you want them to help them to get to the point B. So point A, it can be like maybe they are brand new, they do not know how to start a business. Point B can be you want to help them to excel in their business, right? To start making money. Bringing people from point A to point B, right? There is a lot of different steps inside. So if let's say you are the coach or the consultant, the simpler that you make the framework is, the more money you are going to make. Alright, so that's the reasons that we are discussing about this, right? Okay, so whenever you want to come up with a framework, right, it can be as simple as possible, but then there's actually 5 steps that is being discussed by Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels. And of course, if let's say you guys haven't heard about what is ClickFunnels, right, feel free to click my link down below. So it's actually going to bring you to this one funnel OE challenge, where it's a 30 days challenge, which is really, really, really awesome. I promise you, that's the best thing, right? Okay, so back to what we discussed. So there are actually 5 steps for you to actually come up with a framework so that you can actually sell and make money. So the step 1, firstly, if let's say for myself, right, I always love to test. I always love to test the hypothesis myself. Like let's say you guys know that I'm probably doing like today is my 121 episode of Facebook Live. So previously I know nothing about Facebook Live. I did not actually even do it, right? So how did I come up with my framework is that I always have these questions I want to ask. So let's say I'm a newbie of not knowing how to do Facebook Live. So right now I want to become someone who is so experienced in a Facebook Live and I'm able to bring a lot of sales and clients to me. So how should I design this Facebook Live and then come up with the hypothesis? So I will always have a framework hypothesis. Let's say I actually pre-shooted this video, add a lot of subtitles and then upload to the software so that it can stream live. Is it that I'm going to receive a lot of video views? So this is the hypothesis. And then if let's say I use this particular software, do the editing, or I shoot using a mobile app, is it faster, or should I shoot using my camera, like DSLR camera? So these are my framework hypotheses. So let's say you already have a framework hypothesis which you think that this might work, but it might not. So you have to test it out yourself, because we can't be actually teaching someone else the things that we haven't really tested and is successful. So after we test it and it becomes successful, then that's where we can bring to the next level. But let's say you tested it, it's not working. It is totally a no-no that we are not going to teach people that something that we're not adopting ourselves. That's the reason why that I always encourage my students, if let's say you want to teach someone else something, right, make sure yourself you actually practice it. Okay? So second one is test it. Test the hypothesis on yourself, right? If let's say it's working, third step, you have to give this framework a name. Like last time in my very old Facebook Live, right, I talk about this framework called CPR. So what is CPR? Consistent, persistent, and repeat. So in whichever things that we are going to do, right, if let's say you want to achieve a desired outcome from point A to point B, there's only one method to me. I felt like it's a CPR. So consistent, you need to be consistent in your actions. You need to be persistent in your actions, meaning no matter if let's say even though you do not make a sale, you have to be persistent about it. And then third, repeat. R stands for repeat the actions that I've done. So this is like a framework which I tested on myself, which is very successful. And I also been testing so many different times in so many different areas. I know it's successful, and now I give it a name called CPR method. Okay, so here is to give you a name that is so you, so individualistic, right? So step number 4. A lot of people thought that, which I also thought that before I actually went into to Comma Club Live, is that, hey, you know what? Right now I have a framework, I should actually sell it. Okay, so that's not the step. So right now we are on a step 4. What we need to do is that even though the framework works for us, it's working for me, but I need to make sure that this framework is also working for others as well, because we want to be able to use this framework to duplicate as many Junes as possible, right? That's the reason why that you should actually start working for free and then serve your dream clients, because that's where you can actually get, hey, if let's say this method is working for me, we want to make sure that the framework we are teaching is also working for someone else, and that's where we can able to collect a lot of reviews, a lot of testimonials, and that's why we can actually scale at a bigger scale, right? So right now, step 4 is more about contribution. So the growth of you is about how much you contribute to others. So the growth inside you depends on how much you actually contribute to people other than you, because the more that you help people, the more money you are going to make. And step number 5, that's where, if let's say this framework is also working for someone else, right, the exact same thing, right? Right now you can become an expert. So remember this, your results is your qualification, quoted Russell Brunson. Okay, your result is actually a qualification. So do not. A lot of friends whom I newly met on online, right? They always talk to me. They say, but June, I do not know how to do this. June, I do not know how to do that. I told them, it's alright. Today is the first day that you start doing it. And then for the entire month, you just need to be persistent and consistent about what you want to do. And then you need to be very, very focused. Do not, like, jumping from courses to courses is not going to help you. But then you need to be able to be so consistent and persistent. As long as you start the first day, then the results that you want will become one day. You need to have day 1 in order to become one day. Does it make sense? So I hope that you guys love this video. I'm still diving into my 2 Comma Club Live. So I hopefully that tomorrow I'm able to produce even more videos for you guys so that you guys can actually learn from it. And of course, if I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, guys. So if let's say you haven't really subscribed my YouTube channel, I'm going to put the link down below. So below here I have a few links for you guys. So for newbies that you haven't heard about One Funnel Away Challenge, so if let's say you join under my link, One Funnel Away Challenge, I'm happy to give you a coaching so that I can actually bring you from point A to point B. Okay, so that's number 1. And secondly, please feel free to subscribe my YouTube channel. Alright, it's seriously, I have about 120 videos, which what me and my assistant is going to do is that we are going to categorize all these different videos into different kind of playlists, so that some is related to only organic traffic, about attraction marketing, some is related to personal development, so that it's easier for you guys to even search for my past videos and to continue watching without feeling bored about it, right? So the third one, if let's say you haven't got my book, it's called Client Magnet Machine Blueprint. I'm going to teach you how you can actually transform a social media platform to attract more leads and more sales for your business. And of course, it's only $7. You're going to walk away with no-brainer deals. You have a LinkedIn strategy to close deal faster, solitary strategy, as well as organic strategy to close deal faster. Ongoingly, I'm going to add new stuff inside, right? So if let's say you haven't got my book, feel free to get the book down below. And if let's say you get my bump up, which is about $37, which it's teaching you about 91 viral templates in order to make your post like boom, right? So if let's say you get that as well, I'm going to give you 30 minutes of free consultation, which I usually charge at $100. So that's all in my life today.